Now think about this. Air conditioners run for hundreds of hours every summer. They consume electricity. They break down. They cost money. What you've just seen costs less than a meal. Use is only water, no noise, no power, and it's based on a principle humans understood hundreds of years ago. We didn't invent cooling. We just modernized it and forgot the simple methods along the way. This isn't about replacing AC. It's about having a backup, a simple solution that works when nothing else does. Because when the heat becomes unbearable, you don't need something complicated. You need something that works. And sometimes the oldest solutions are still the smartest ones. But here's where most people get it wrong. This isn't an air conditioner. It doesn't blast cold air. It works gradually, so placement matters more than size. Don't leave it in the middle of the room. Place it near windows or doors where air enters. For bigger spaces, use multiple units. Each one adds to the cooling effect. Also, this works best in dry climates. In humid areas, the effect is reduced. You might get 2 to 4 degrees Celsius instead of 8 to 10. Still useful, just less dramatic. And don't forget maintenance. The sand needs to stay wet. Add water once or twice a day. No water means no cooling. Here's exactly how to build it. You'll need 2 clay pots, one slightly smaller than the other so it fits inside, leaving a gap of about 2 to 5 centimeters. Make sure they're unglazed. That's critical. Next you'll need sand and water. Place the smaller pot inside the larger one. Fill the gap with sand. Then slowly pour water until the sand is fully saturated. Not flooded, just wet. Within minutes, the outer surface will begin to feel cool. Place the setup near a window or airflow source. If possible, use a small fan to blow air across it. As air passes over the wet clay, evaporation increases, and the air cools before reaching you. Now, before you dismiss this as another internet hack, here's the part that made me take it seriously. This isn't new. This isn't experimental. And this definitely isn't a gimmick. It's a method that's been used for centuries across some of the hottest regions on Earth. And it's backed by actual research. A study published in the International Journal of Scientific and Engineering Research documented that clay-based evaporative cooling systems can reduce internal temperatures by 8 to 12 degrees Celsius compared to ambient air under the right conditions. Another study conducted in Nigeria measured consistent cooling of 10 degrees Celsius inside a simple clay pot refrigeration system with zero electricity. These are controlled experiments, not guesses, not life hacks, real measurements. And in extreme heat, a 10-degree drop is the difference between sleeping and not sleeping, between comfort and exhaustion. Now here's the physics, and it'll take you less than 30 seconds to understand. The evaporation cools things down. When water turns into vapor, it absorbs heat from its surroundings. The cording. That's why sweat cools your body. Clay is naturally porous. When soaked, water slowly seeps through and evaporates from its surface. And as it evaporates, it pulls heat from the pot and the surrounding air. And that's when I came across something that didn't make sense at first. A cooling system made from clay pots. No electricity, no moving parts, no modern technology. And yet, when I tested it the next day, the temperature in my room dropped by nearly 6 degrees Celsius in under 2 hours. That's about 10 to 11 degrees Fahrenheit, from 2 clay pots and some sand for less than $10. That night I realized something most people don't think about. Fans don't cool air, they just move it. So if the air itself is hot, you're just circulating the problem. That's when I started looking for alternatives. Not expensive air conditioners, not complicated machines. Something simple, something that actually cools the air itself. 5 years ago, during one of the worst summer heat waves I've ever experienced, my room felt like it was trapping heat instead of releasing it. It was midnight, no sunlight, no direct heat source, and yet the air inside felt heavier, hotter, and more suffocating than it did outside. The fan was running at full speed, but all it was doing was pushing hot air from one corner of the room to the other. You know that feeling. When the air doesn't move, it just sits there. And no matter what you do, you can't cool down.